Good morning, everybody, and today we have yet another session of Together with Open Source. So, as always, we are basically we are hacking the job journey wherever you are. Doesn't matter in which step of your career. We are mostly using it to fight racism and underrepresentation, but everybody is welcome because open source is bigger than we are, and well, it's much better than a degree in a way, in many ways. But a good degree doesn't hurt. It's okay. You don't have to drop out of MIT. There's still hope. So yeah, let me share the screen then, and let's roll the dice. So I'll need one volunteer. Oh, actually, we can. Yeah, actually, Martina, she's been with us some time, so we can start with her. Like we can, the idea is that we changed it a little bit because I thought that, well, what else can I do to people? Because this, if I only do Saturdays, then the benefits are limited because it needs to be done daily. But if I don't do it daily, then I get burned out. So what I did instead, I actually asked some friends of mine to do like some steps and write about them on Twitter, mention me or mention other friends, and then I give an idea for the next step. And then, because then, for example, if a person goes on vacation, then I won't bother a person with texts like, oh, you need to do that. So today we'll outline like the general movement for you guys, and then you can tweet. I mean, it's not a requirement, but if you tweet, I will see it. If you mention my name, I will have this bell ringing. Better mention, because this bell is like their numbers, and I don't want to miss you guys just because I was reading some other post. And then I will reply, or maybe something won't work, and then I will reply, and we'll find a solution. Sometimes I will be wrong. I might give wrong advice. Then we'll find a good advice. We have good friends. Now, who wants to be a volunteer? Who wants to go next?
I can go first.
Okay. So where are you, Martina, now, and what are your goals?
So, do you mean where I live physically, or where
no, like
my
where like in your life journey? What's your next goal?
So I'm working on my final project for my university to finish my school, which is due next month. So hopefully that will be done soon.
So you'll be finally free. Good.
Yes, after
freedom.
Yes.
I should send you some blue paint. You've seen the movie?
Please do.
Okay, give me address. Okay, but not here.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, I'm looking for a programming job. It's not going great, and that's it.
Okay, well, first of all, I won't advertise it, but the company I work at, we are always looking for people. So check with me. And also for Martina, there's Women Who Code. It's great. And there are other groups. And for Martina, the task for today and tomorrow will be, so the first task will be to write what you said to me, that you are graduating soon and you're looking for programming jobs. And so what do you like about programming? Or what like are your passions in programming?
Well,
or in IT in general?
I like I like solving puzzles, you know, they're kind of like puzzles when you're trying to figure something out. I think that's the most fun part about it, that you just kind of, you know, it's like a brain teaser.
Oh yeah, I know this feeling. It's like somebody massages your brain in a way.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what I enjoy the most. I mean, technology is interesting and everything. I just like solving.
So you like solving real problems, complicated enough.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, there are so many. Well, it's a good thing, but it doesn't help us to choose a project because there are so many open source projects who solve puzzles.
So
Which
I was
kind
thinking,
of puzzles?
when I was looking into the project, I was looking for like some travel stuff, and I think I found Expedia Group.
Oh, good.
So that's next on my list too. kind of involved with.
So you might want to also check the companies who do deliveries of any sort, because they will be solving puzzle of making the shortest distance between points and stuff. How to make stuff fit in one truck, like IKEA does. They really plan how to put more stuff in one truck.
Yeah.
And puzzles like that.
The traveling salesman problem, isn't it?
Yeah. So I only know the name. I know there is no solution, I think.
Yeah.
There's optimal, but not of there are solutions, but well, there's a catch.
It's an NP complete problem, they're called, I think.
Well, I'll just make a tunnel from A to B.
One of the $1 million mathematical problems.
Just give me some dynamite in the shovel and I will make a tunnel from A to B. And I will refuse to deliver to other clients. It's a joke. So good. So let's actually make a tweet about it. That let's make like an ask that basically that you are graduating soon and you love IT, but not IT as much, or programming, but not programming itself as much, but solving puzzles and something like that, and that you're looking for inspiration to fund your open source project. You really want to do open source, and that's enough for one day. I mean, keep doing what you are doing, but maybe some ideas will come. I'll think about it. People in the chat will think about it. Devesh, Amit, Banu, you are all more than welcome to subscribe to Martina. I'm sure she will tweet you back. I mean, she will subscribe to you, Martina. If you share your Twitter, if that's okay in chat.
Okay.
Then we'll, if you guys have more ideas, or you can tell now, but I think that let's first help everybody and then we can have a small chat if that's okay, because I would really like to have a long chat with Martina, but then, for example, Banu might miss out. So, and that's not fair, right? It's we are for equality. So Martina, is it okay if we switch now to the next one, and then like when we have time and then we will sync?
Sounds good.
Devesh, wow, you have a good microphone and the headphones. Good stuff. You're equipped. Oh yeah.
Yeah. How are you, Nikita?
Oh, now I'm so good.
I'm sorry I couldn't catch you last time.
You don't need to be sorry, mate. It's life. Life happens. Like life happens. It's fine.
You cannot hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Correct. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to travel from London to Wycombe, where you stay. So I think your town is
I can come to I can come to London. It's fine. I actually work in London. I work in Rickmansworth.
Yeah, right.
So and I think the events next week. Let's check. Well, on Monday I'm meeting my autism group, but that's online. Yeah, I've got 40 points at autism. Finally, I got first place somewhere. It's good. It's like pre-critical one, but I'm like the luckiest of the lucky because I'm a highly functional one. But that's enough of me. What do we have here? How do we check my meetups for the next week? Oh, there's so many. So yeah, Devesh is in London, and actually I have a friend who really wants to meet you, and he's the best developer I've seen in my life. Well, one of two, maybe. So
okay.
he draws better than he codes, and he codes amazingly. And his friends are like neurosurgeons, and he's been traveling to India for 14 years. He speaks Hindi, I think some French, some Italian, maybe 20 other languages, and he writes code in like 20 languages. So there's a pre-meetup for GoFrecon UK. It's free. It's on Tuesday, August. And
is it online or it's a...
No, this one is I think it's not online. I think they will have some stuff there. So yeah, it's brewery. I'll just put a link in the chat. Okay. So I don't know much about Go. I know it's cool. I know it's a trend. And I know it's very useful for people who are starting to code, because I know companies to go, I know open source to go. Like I was just helping one girl. I should mention that I don't do one-on-ones anymore. I'm trying to prevent it, because unless there's an emergency, because guys, I'm burning out. Like if I start doing that, then the quality drops, and what I want to do, like today and tomorrow, I want to invest my time into like improving the quality of stuff we're doing. So I can, but it was an emergency on Thursday, and I spent like we spent 3 hours, but we found, because like, well, she needs a job urgently because there's a visa thing pressing on her student visa, and there's a lack of money and stuff. So I was like, well, then we don't start this game of this puzzle of what your true values are. We just go for Golang. Why? Because there's Form 3, because there's what was the name? Oh, there's one more company I should tell you about. It's called Cadurance. These guys are amazing. It's called Cadurance. They're good. There's Form 3, and there were some more companies, which like 2 or 3 of them. Initially, it was Oracle, but we moved Oracle out of the equation because, she's amazing. Sit here. So yes, she's brilliant, and she started her contribution, and the company names are, let me check. Am I sharing my screen? I'm not sharing.
You are.
You are.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Hans. I'm just trying to find the tweets. No, that's a picture. Picture is good, but we're here to help, not to look at the pictures. So yeah, that's her first commit, and she actually created a repo. And then I'm used to, why on earth companies don't like support students the way we do? Oh yeah, so G Research, these guys are amazing. I'm actually, oh, why is it? What did it happen? Sorry, maybe my former wife is exiting my account. Alexa, please go on mute.
Here is YouTube.
I'll just switch you off, I think. Stuff. Even Alexa doesn't want to be nice. And then Golang itself, because Golang is open source, is Google, and you can just contribute to, and that allows her to, allows Hiti to really focus on one technology at a time. And also, well, this company is hiring quite well. Why am I not following them? I was following them. These guys are hiring, but it's hard to get in. They are like, they're really heavy into math, but they have a nice community, and they are into open source a lot. So if you want basically to promote yourself, well, if you want to grow fast, then if you want to know Golang, then it's obviously Google's project. And if you want to apply it in the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence, or actually machine learning and artificial intelligence is these guys, and they happen to use Golang in some of their projects. Okay, cool. Enough about me, Devesh. But Devesh, I think you're pretty well off, right? You're quite an established developer, so I'm saying you're an established developer, right? From what I remember.
I'm not, but let me share you something.
Yeah, sure, please do it.
Let me, can you enable the participant?
Of course, absolutely, for you. Let me see, how do I do it?
I'm not a developer, I'm a cloud architect.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Did it help? Yeah, cloud. He's just a cloud architect, guys. I love these meetups. Only a cloud architect, nothing special. It's like a neurosurgeon being nothing special. It's like architecture stuff.
I mostly believe in, my first contribution is actually for this OWASP. So they have OWASP is an organization which keep documentation of web application security. It's very like one of the biggest talk thing these days. If you heard, Cisco have been hacked just 2-3 months back, and now it's a big news. Russian hackers have hacked Cisco and $1 billion loss. So OWASP is an organization which keep the record of keep the documentation. They provide a framework for cybersecurity, info security. And when I was reading their documentation on GitHub, I found few not incorrect but missing item which can improve their documentation for symmetric and asymmetric encryption.
But this is good. These guys are the godparents of the security. In many companies, we actually have trainings where we need to know like all 11 or whatever
really
topics.
These days, right? So what I did is I actually pulled this document and improve the documentation with explanation on symmetric and asymmetric encryption. And frankly, I was not sure whether it will be accepted, but it really was accepted. They thanks for me for contributing, and they merged it in their actual documentation. So it took all 7 or 8 days, and then
this is amazing.
Support request, but actually, and I'm reading more documentation. So I'm not a developer, but I'm more looking toward the documentation part related to security, cloud security. A lot of stuff is there which I feel can be improved.
Well, none of us are developers then.
Okay,
because like I write code. Well, I don't remember last time when I wrote actually code which was code and not something around code. So I'm like, well, mate, I can help you with, I can do this thing, but let me actually unblock you and you can continue working on your stuff. And then I will go and work on something more complicated because, well, because, for example, I'm working on security as well at the moment. So security is, well, the security checks are improved further. And that's more important than some other things, although they're also important. Well, everything is important, but sometimes we need to let programming go because we need not to be selfish. Let's let juniors who are from unis do it. And well, yeah.
By the way, now we are talking. So let me share I'll drop link in chat. Why I'm not London. So I have one event coming in September. I'll be talking about cloud security. So
this is good. That's London Java community. This is big. It's the biggest one in London, guys. And it's online. You can also you can attend. It's online and free.
Yeah, so that's the link. I'll be talking about cloud security in it. You are the one who introduced me to those guys, remember?
Yeah, yeah. I do it to all good people. So
they actually approached me, so I gave them my topic. I'll drop a link and you guys can check out.
I think it was Abby, right? Who
very much.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, we have different formats. You don't have to be cloud architect to start talking in London Java community. We have special talks for beginners, and you can talk for first timers. That's more specific. They're like 7 minutes only, 5 minutes talk and 2 minutes questions, and you can talk about anything from low-level Java to the clouds to yoga to Tai Chi. You can speak about Hindi as long as you find you can give a talk about how many Hindi keyboards are there, like really, because I know there's more than one alphabet. Well, not because I know, because others don't. So that will be interesting. So yeah. So that's amazing. So we have one fully official OWASP contributor, and although he thinks that he cannot code, I see it as a code. So well. So for me, you're a developer.
I'll start learning,
Well, yeah, good. Come to this Golang thing, and that's if you can. Okay. Anything else? So we should. Who was the next one? I think it was Amit.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, actually, wait. Sorry. So Devesh, we need to give him a task, right? Or he wants, or maybe he wants to share, because I'm not sure if you share open on Twitter, because it's not enough to. Well, contributing is good, and I know that you're well off, but there are thousands of people from all around the world who would like to know how to contribute to OWASP or how to start doing that stuff, and there are thousands of people who are more like cloud architects and less like, I don't know, Java developers like I used to be. So they will get more from your journey, from you sharing your journey, than from, and also I didn't contribute to OWASP that much. So maybe if you could you write maybe one tweet today about, or maybe an article, but whatever, but tweets should be daily, because, well, it's part of your, well, as long as you like have time and stuff, because society will contribute.
Sure. Yeah, of course. It's actually not that recent. I did it 1 month back, because then I was moving from Singapore to London, so I was a bit busy. So that time I tweeted. I can retweet it again, but I tweeted that time how I contributed, but I can do more. Yeah.
Is it this Devesh Kumar? Or because it's a famous name. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Maybe if you can send your Twitter handle in the chat, then I can connect and people can connect. So
Let me quickly show you.
Oh, Technicoffee, of course, I remember that.
Yeah, so should be in here, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. So you had, so we need to start working on your brand, because you're doing great, but you can do so much more, like really.
See, that's the tweet, yeah, in July.
Yeah, so we need to do daily, because each day you are learning something.
True. Correct.
So just tweet about something you learned which has to do with your values. So your values is you're moving to languages and you like security, right?
Yes.
So just maybe make it less about languages and more about security. You really like this stuff, because it might be that they need engineering manager and not a low-level coder, because, well, it's very hard to find good managers, even harder than to find a low-level good developer. Like, well, so I don't want to put limits on you, but choose a focus, and maybe OWASP. Write today about OWASP, and don't put 7 tweets there, put a little bit, and then tell them that tomorrow will be more. Mention us if you want, then we will but I'm already subscribed to you, so you don't have to. So I think I will not I think I know I'm subscribed to you, but I will press the bell. Yeah, now I will get it, and I will reshare, and I have 700 friends on Twitter, and also there are other things we can do. Yeah, but for one day it's enough, and then tomorrow, because I have so many ideas, but if I give them all to you now, then it will, well, you don't have that much time. You have life.
Yeah, true.
And also too much is sometimes too much of anything is bad, guys. Too much of water can kill you. Like if you just drink pure water, like a few buckets, it's not good for health. Okay, so we have one more tweet today. It will be about OWASP, and the previous tweet was about programming and puzzles, and why puzzles matter more. That's good. Now we can go with sorry, Chuba, I think you arrived last. If I and sorry if I mispronounced your name. You're fine to fix me, to correct me. So let's go with Amit and Banu, and then Chuba, if that's okay. Amit, finally.
Yeah, hi. Finally, yep.
So tell me, tell us about your path. Where are you at the moment, and what do you want to achieve?
Yeah,
and why?
Yeah. So I recently graduated, and soon after my graduation, I joined Wipro as a project developer. And my role there is on Java-based language. I've been assigned to a project where the desktop applications, right?
Sorry, can you repeat the last one, because I couldn't hear you for the last 5 seconds?
Yeah, so my role there is to fix some bugs in desktop applications.
Oh. Okay.
So my perspective towards open source is to learn and explore various tech stacks, which can fulfill my dreams about this programming journey.
Yes. So basically, you want to grow.
Yeah.
So you're already fine with direction. You like it, but you want to grow. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. I'm into cloud as well.
Oh, good. Let's focus.
Yeah.
Are we doing cloud or are we doing the program language?
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with one thing. So if you go to GitHub, which JVM language are you in?
Sorry.
Which language are you doing at work?
Yeah.
Which?
As of now, I'm doing only in Java, but I would love to explore any other.
Why?
I've been trained on Java for a couple of weeks now. So
wait, I need to really understand what you're trying to achieve, because if you want to become so there are bonuses for switching between languages, but there are also drawbacks. Like a friend of mine who is the best developer, so yeah, he wrote some code which actually works in all languages he could find, but he made it for a purpose. So there was a reason behind it.
Okay.
And he's making it open source. But I need to know the reason, because you might be going the wrong direction. So why would you like to learn another language?
So it's basically like I've been told there are not so many open source projects on Java, is what I received a piece of advice.
Really? That's interesting. And why do you want to do open source projects?
So go ahead.
What do you like in IT in general, or why would you like to do open source projects?
It gives me a certain exposure which I couldn't get in a normal way, right? So
okay, that's interesting. And why would you need an exposure?
To grow as a person, and as well as to head start my career as a developer, because I recently graduated, and it is the sort of essential thing I'm looking for.
So as a person, you're already fine, right? Like you're brave and smart and everything. I can see it. So you will grow, but we can put it off the table. It will happen naturally. I'm sure you have good family, and you're here because somebody cared for you, and you totally deserve it. Now we're back. You want to grow as a developer. Jumping between languages is fine, but it will come with a cost. You'll spend time on switching. And as I understand at the moment, so like if Devesh told me, I would say, yeah, it's fine. He already he was already invited from Singapore to London. And my goal is not to make you move to London. My goal is to make sure that you can live life you want whenever you want. Like you can earn UK salary being in India, like that would be my goal.
Correct.
Okay. Because then you can choose if you want to go to London or if you don't want to go to London. Maybe I'm a bit simplistic, but so you're doing Java, and that's beautiful. So which companies do like? Let me give you some names. Let it be Oracle, Amazon. No, there's Oracle, Microsoft, and who else could we tell? Let's start with this two. So there's a thing called OpenJDK. So let's do one thing. We'll GitHub. This one from Oracle. So let's do it simple. Let's make a Java champion. I think it will help. It won't happen tomorrow overnight, but being a Java champion is not the same as being the best developer in Java. There are people who it's about impact. So there are multiple implementations of OpenJDK. For example, there are these repositories, and well, I have no idea how the stuff works, to be honest. I'm not developing much, but that's the first tweet for you. So the idea there's OpenJDK, there's Microsoft OpenJDK. If I understand correctly, they're like feature requests, and then they discuss somehow synchronize all OpenJDK contributors they synchronize, and then they do meet the APIs the same way, but they have difference in like memory optimization and stuff like that. So and probably licensing. I gave you two, and Oracle OpenJDK. Because if you do, yeah, so apparently that's the main one. Apparently that's the one from Oracle. I'm not sure, but yeah. So this way, instead of learning Java, which is already there, you learn it anyway. You'll be learning Java before it actually became a version. So you'll be when you learn stuff, people will have to spend like 3 years to catch up with you, because first 2 years the stuff will be not yet used, and so on. So now how can you contribute? So the easiest thing will be to start. Is the hardest part. So just write a tweet today that you decided to become good in become an expert in one language first, and then you can switch to other languages and be not an expert there, because then you have that, because you won't be learning the whole language. You'll be just learning stuff enough to do your job, but you need to become good in one thing first.
Because, yeah, it is like T-shaped learning, right? Yeah.
So we want you to be the person who writes code with little bugs instead of the person who fixes bugs. Fixing bugs is fun and beautiful, but you can do more. Well, it depends on the bug. Some bugs are like, wow, they're complicated. So yeah, just write about this decision and write about those links, and maybe read about README. So your tasks for now will be to learn how to contribute to OpenJDK. What OpenJDK is, these are all separate topics. What OpenJDK is. Another topic is how do they agree on the features in the new version? Because I think if you go, I don't have it here, but if you go into package manager, and if you choose how many OpenJDKs are there, there will be a lot, I think. Not I think, I know. I've seen the list. It's amazing. So you could tweet about that. And second, so you were looking for, there was another idea I wanted to say about, okay, let's do this one, and I will, when this thing comes back to my mind, I will mention. But yeah, please share, and guys, please share your contacts in chat. I will actually take a screenshot of you, so I can, I won't share it with anybody, but this way I can probably find you later. And if you tweet, actually, let's make it simpler. If you tweet about today and mention my name, it's Nikita Koslov, then it will be easier for me to find the right ones, because sometimes sometimes there are more than one friend who's under the same name.
Yep.
And you might want to either to rename your accounts, social accounts, or to create a new one. It's what one friend told me. So I made mistake of renaming one. I should have just created a new one. So which will be your name, family name, and something. I don't know, because it's very, when you will have 2,000 subscribers, it will be harder for you to change the name. It's fine being this coffee thing, and it's fine. You don't have to do it, but like,
yeah, true. I also feel it. I think I have to change it. You're right.
So then pluses and minuses. On one thing, when it's not too personal, you can later give it off to somebody, and this person will. But on another thing, this thing you have a journey about Divesh, and not only about coffee. You can make it a part of your Slack or your future company, or I don't know. Oh yeah, Amit. So Amit Hakov. I have fans. Oh yeah, of course I know you. And okay, done. Wow, this is good artwork. It's very nice. Okay, so I mean, you have enough for one day, right? So you
Yep.
can tweet, and then we'll see. So you have enough for a few days actually. Investigate this stuff, understand what it is, because there are hundreds of thousands of people who are going to do a mistake of switching from something they already know a little bit at their work to something new, because this way your work will benefit as well. You see? So I want you to start benefiting now. And don't be shy. You can tell your colleagues, but only if they want to listen, that, well, you started this thing. You can teach them. You already know more than many senior developers do. Because senior developers don't know that in order to contribute to OpenJDK, you can just go here to even to the repo, just go here and write, do you actually know, guys, and write that, well, you show vulnerability, but you can use it, you can use vulnerabilities to connect with people. So you can say that, oh, I didn't know how many OpenJDK versions are there. It looks at that many. And I didn't know what exactly OpenJDK is and why it exists. So there can be, it's ideas for different topics, like why OpenJDK exists, why there's not just JDK. And there are many professional developers with some certifications who don't know it. So to them, you will be expert in this area, to professional developers. And that's a lot. Like, and that's, so yeah, that's good. And then just read about this stuff and what is interesting for you, and job will find you. I'm not saying you'll be coding in Java for the rest of your life. You'll be amazed how it changes. Because of open source, my idea was to become an open source contributor to Java, but I found something else, which is this meetup. So I had to switch, because this way I can help many people. And if I do OpenJDK, I can help only clients of my company and myself. And although my company is beautiful and clients are amazing, we're helping millions of people, but it will still limit me. And I want to be able to help people all over the world, especially those who need help and they're ready to start doing something. So is that okay? Does it sound like a plan for today and tomorrow?
Perfect. Your help is very well.
Yeah, and well,
thank you so much.
We help each other, so it's actually collaboration or working together. And guys, please, just one thing I will always ask you: never call me Sir, okay? Like I hate this thing like completely. It's like, I know it's a thing of respect in Africa and India, but to me it reminds of some people who did colonialism, and well. I'm not, they're not much. Well, it's complicated, but my part of my relatives have been in slavery in Russia till, it's not exactly slavery, but close, till to 1850 something, 1859 February or something like that. It was a form of slavery, so you could not kill people, but you could trade them, for example. Yeah. Anyway. That's so that's I cannot explain why I don't like colonialists clearly, but I don't like them.
For you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope it will be there when we know each other better.
No, it will be forever.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, and I want to come to you. Where are you from? Are you from India?
India, yep.
Where from India?
Hyderabad, Telangana, if you know.
Okay. So yeah, if you send me
so Hyderabad, Hyderabad is capital city of Telangana.
And it's a state.
It's a state.
Okay, so you can make your tweets a bit more personal, because what I want to happen, I want, sorry, it's hard for me to pronounce it if you don't write it in the chat, but I want people, this Hyperhit Telangana, and Telangana, and OpenJDK or Java and expert. So if they think this Telangana, Java, expert, then your name comes in their heads, okay? Or Java and open source, and your name, like, you don't have, it's good enough. It's I'm sure it's I guess it's pretty big city, and pretty a lot of people living there.
It is India's second largest IT hub there.
So yeah, but how many of them are doing, even there, how many of them are doing open source?
Hardly anybody, hardly.
So you don't, that's why you need to start doing now. But a lot of them are doing Java, right?
Yep, everyone out there knows Java, but nobody knows what is open sourcing and how you work remotely.
Let's lead it. Do you speak Hindi?
Yes, I do.
So let's have 2 accounts. For you, it will be harder.
Okay.
Let's start. Can you start writing the same in one account in English and in one account in Hindi? I'm saying that because I don't want people to leave you. Well, we can try in the same account actually. Basically, I'm selfish. Okay, let's start it in English. Let's keep it simple. But when you're ready, which will be 2 weeks from now, and when you're comfortable, which is your own preference, we need people to lead our Hindi meetup. I will be there with you, and then I will step away, and you will lead the whole Hindi meetup of India. You'll be one of leaders. It won't be only yours, but
that's a massive step.
Yeah, because how can I know what people there need? Well, I have some understanding, but I can, for example, organize meetup in the hottest part of the day. As easy as that, or as better as that. I don't know what is the best time. So but one day I want to come there, and I'll be your guest.
Sure,
okay.
For sure.
Okay, good, guys. Sorry, guys, I just got carried away with Amit. I like him so much, Devesh and Martin. It's very hard to stop. So, Banu, oh, did we miss this guy who came? Oh, he left us. Well, I hope he will come back, or she, or they, or any other gender. But Banu is, wow, that's a chair. That's a setup. Hi, Banu.
Morning.
I think we met before, did we?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, okay. Hi, Banu. How are you doing?
Not bad, just still, I think I'm a little sleepy. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, where are you from? Like geographically, where are you?
I'm in London now.
Oh, good. Are you part of London Java community?
No, I actually code in C#.NET.
That's fine. Well, when I was like more junior, I would make a joke like, there's no shame in that. It's fine. We're still friends. But it's a beautiful language. And I think it's open source as well. Microsoft is amazing in the world of open source. They're beyond amazing. They actually, well, there are some things I'm trying to help them with, and hopefully when we are 100K on Twitter, hopefully they will start doing what I'm telling them to do. Because, well, currently their open source is disconnected from their other good beginnings, like for beginnings for like students, for people from underprivileged groups, for just another groups. I want open source to be a part of everything. Yeah. So tell me your story. So tell me where you are at the moment.
So yeah, I'm working as a lead developer in one of the insurtech companies here in London. So from the open source side, I actually haven't done anything. So I want to start my journey here.
Well, that's not actually true, because that's here. I'll explain, because you're talking to people who are contributing to open source. So because of you appeared here and we learned your name, our brains will never work the same. So there's an impact on my brain, on Devesh's brain, on Amit, and that will impact open source we create. So like indirectly, you already contribute. Okay. So tell me, well, I'll call you a classmate. Okay. And also there was Amit. I think Martin and Devesh are already in. Is it the right time, Taco? No, it's not.
That's not it. I'll share the link.
Yeah. Good. Sorry, please continue. I just don't want to lose.
No, that's fine. So yeah, that's where I am. From the, I don't know exactly I'm trying to follow the scheme or what you're trying to do. So I just read the description and kind of, I don't know when I signed up, and I got a meeting invite this morning. So
that's fine. Let's do it simple, because this thing is outdated and I will need to make it clearer and shorter. So open source is just a tool, right? Well, I'm probably in love with open source and stuff because it allows me to speak to people. Because of my autism, I don't often speak to people. I mean, if I'm not doing work or open source, then I'm silent. I'll just like, but it can be used to do many things. So for example, for a single mother from Lagos, Nigeria, it's one thing, and I'll be helping her with one thing, but you are an established developer, so you might want to have some other ideas in for yourself. So let's think. So do you want to, for example, do you want to grow more as a C# contributor, or do you want to contribute, or or is there something like InsurTech is cool, but you would like to research the world of music because you're doing drums? I can see there, and is it? No, it's not piano, but Spotify is, for example, is there. I'm not sure how much C# is there though, but on your level, you can always contribute on. Well, you can switch and you can contribute on other levels as well. Like they need people just to speak about the stuff. So,
from the so for now, I want to kind of contribute a little more on the C#.
okay.
Yeah.
C#. Oh, and for who was it? It was, I think, Amit, when I was talking about projects. So initially I was thinking about giving you both OpenJDK, and there's a list of really nice tools which are used by everybody, like Mockito and others, which are open source. But let's concentrate on one. Let's concentrate on OpenJDK for now. Okay. So now C#, GitHub. So that will. Yeah. So I know nothing about C# being open source, so I won't be surprised though, because Microsoft is they're big on open source. They're great. They're good guys. Now I don't know what is this .NET thing. It says it's.
So this is the verified, yeah, the actual .NET.
Well, I like it. Go. It's very. It's very needed because people don't know about this stuff. So what I would suggest you for a tweet, it will look small, but it will actually, it's actually much bigger because, guys, that's I think when we tweet and when we create something, so we will be growing because we are helpful to a lot of people. No, we won't be. Our growth is not our prime target. Well, our target should be our growth as a side effect of helping somebody, because when Amit is helping thousands, tens of thousands of Java devs in his state, of course he will grow. Of course there will be higher salary. But if Amit just concentrates on higher salary, then well, it's of course there's competition. There's a lot of people who do that, and also it will be hard to be genuine. So let's. I will suggest one, like it will change later, Banu. But
Yeah.
like as an idea for now, we can think that yeah, this guy. Well, we can just imagine those people who do C# and who are into Microsoft, and they want to do open source, but they don't have no idea that C# is open source. And also there are people who want to become C# developers, so like they see jobs, but they also want to do open source, and they're neglecting C# because they have no idea it's open source. That's already 2 tweets ideas. So what if you do that? I understand it's weekend, so guys, don't go heavy on that. So you need to sleep well, you need to rest well. Like one of my students who came and he said like, oh, I'm spending 5 hours on free code on lead dev. No, not lead dev. Lead dev is a conference. Lead code. And so yeah, how can I do open source on the top of it to grow and blah blah blah, and he's an amazing guy. And I said, well, first of all, you need to stop doing 5 hours per day. 1 hour of doing open source, half an hour of learning new stuff, and half an hour of sharing. That's it. Or maybe the other way around. Because, guys, there's so little people doing what we are doing that I'm very sorry, but, well, yeah, I am, that you might find out very soon that your bigger value will be in sharing with people, because they need it, and it's very hard to code. I don't know if it's possible to code so cool that it will be more than teaching developers of the whole state how to do open source. I have no idea if a single human is able to do it, because because there are many good developers in the state. They're very good, and of course you can become like them technically or better. But if you spend half of the amount of that energy to become good enough to introduce more developers in open source, to make sure people don't burn out, because they're doing, in India, they're doing crazy hours. They're working up to 11 hours per day, right? Or more. They're doing like 10 hours per day, I think, often.
It's
right?
close to 10 hours.
Yeah, close to 10 hours. So people do burn out. So, and let them help with open source, tell them that, you can actually learn new stuff from there. You can become better. You'll code faster, and then you have time for yourself, for growth. Because I'm really against those long hours. Well, I can only work like 5, and then I have to, I switch to learning stuff. Anyway, back to Banu. Do I pronounce your name correctly, Banu?
So yeah, Banu.
Banu. And guys, if I mispronounce anybody's name or gender or whatever, and sorry, not guys, friends, then let me know. I will generally attempt to be better, but it might take time.
So my domain is specifically ASP.NET Core, the 4th one.
The
4th one.
4th.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the below one. ASP.NET.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. Good stuff. So, how to become a contributor? I did this stuff. Besides talking to you, and this stuff, it's improved their stats, and somebody looking at my repo will see it, and it also counts as a green square. I'm not telling you to go and write a script which will check out 1 repo per day, or like 4 repos, and make you ideally green block of a GitHub. That's not true. I'm not saying it's cheating. I'm just saying it's not true. It's not who you are. People will start. You won't be able to help many people that way. So you won't be able to grow genuinely. So there will be many threats to your growth journey this way. But yeah, if you before you commit to doing this thing, I want to check one thing. So it's ASP.NET.Core. I want to find it here, right? Yeah, it's volatile. So it gets updated regularly. There are some branches, quite some branches. Might be not the most popular, but it's very popular. So yeah, I'm fine, because it could be a flat line, or it could be like small volatility, which means it doesn't tell us that the project is backed. It would tell us that, actually it's the most popular. It will tell us that people are not benefiting from it right now. So one of the mistakes in open source you can do, guys, is to start your own open source, because then maintaining it, so you will outgrow it maybe quite fast, but maintaining it will require effort, and you will not necessarily be benefiting from it enough to prevent burnout. So that's where I say that it's somebody who taught me. But I'm right now in clinical depression. I'm on medication, so I know how to get there. If you don't know how to get into clinical depression, ask me. And work 14 hours per day. It helps. Basically, when you're doing something for the community, you need to be getting something back, or for anybody. It can be thank you. It can be just a picture of like, oh, I bought this thing. Thank you so much. But it should be something. And then it's up to you how to adjust it, because you should be benefiting a little bit. Because even Mother Teresa needed something to eat. Even Mahatma Gandhi needed something to eat. Like, well, that's part of it. So yeah. So if you could write that, if you could write something new which you learned today, Pano,
Yeah.
and if you could and write that well, your journey will be, so you're trying to focus, and you think you'll be focusing on getting other people in C# in the beautiful world of C#. I'm sure you're doing it because you like it. You don't get such drums doing something you don't like. So join the love with us. Join the love with other open source friends, and probably be like London Java community. It's not anymore about Java, and it's not anymore about London. It is way well beyond. And it would be nice, really nice, to have a C# person come to us and talk to us how something nice about C# or about drums. No, like I'm serious. Like how to drum like as a developer, or how to develop as a drum, or why drums. Like it's only 5 minutes talk, and it's good because people will actually feel good, because drums might be a very good connection between a Java developer and C#, or it can be a very good connection between a student who just on his first year somewhere in Lagos, and he has no idea what coding is, but he knows a drum. He has it in his village at home, like the one, this one, and you have a drum. So now he knows, like, wow, drummers can become a very good C# team leads. So I can do that. Now he believes in him, or she, or some other gender. I'm still learning this stuff. So sounds like a plan, Manu?
Yeah. So what you want me to do is
to start your journey?
Tweet about.
First read about it, like think in your head, like just like learn something about this ASP.NET. Or maybe you know already enough. Actually, you already know enough.
Yeah, I know a bit, and I want to. Obviously, there will be bits and pieces that I can learn for today. Whatever interesting I might be finding, I'll probably tweet about it.
Yeah, so that's part of it. But your focus will be on why is it so cool that C# is open source. It is so cool because anybody in there's a little girl in Ghana right now, and she has a mobile phone and with data connection, and that's all. That's a luxury in their family. And well, she needs a way out, and she's very smart and brave. So from her mobile phone, which is, let's say, Android, she can go to desktop mode, and she can go to GitHub, and she can open ASP.NET Core repo and just read it, and maybe speak about it, or maybe make a first comment, or maybe she can translate it her own language, or maybe she can just get inspired and subscribe to. Well, at my repo, we have this. I started mentioning. Actually, it's on the first one, but there are communities which actually pay people for open source. Well, it's no, sorry, it's wrong. They offer internship outreach. They're amazing. We're friends. They pay 7K to people from underrepresented groups, and they match people with open source project. That's something I cannot afford, guys, yet. But they people who really need this stuff. They find these people, like those who cannot do uni, and they select. They help these people to meet an open source project from a reputable company, and they have very good companies supporting them. And then this girl from this village, maybe she'll get a laptop and a dongle for better internet connection, and maybe she can work at Microsoft, or she can create a company, and or she can benefit. Well, basically, she will benefit the whole community, like the guy who created this windmill, which was pulling water.
Yeah,
that was big. So that will be your true value, I think, because if you show people, if you create connection between people who need it and who want it and Microsoft via C# open source. C# open source is beautiful because it's needed a lot, it's used a lot, there are many jobs, and it has no eyes. It won't see your gender, it won't see your skin color, it won't see how many friends you have. So even if you're alone somewhere on the outskirts, even then you can do it. Or even if you're a student at MIT, everybody can do it. That's the beauty. And Microsoft, guys, thank you so much. I'm sure there's Microsoft behind all this stuff. It doesn't happen without. And so I know you're there. So friends from Microsoft, thank you. It is quite a big change for companies to move this stuff to the open source. It's good for business, but it's now we know that it's good for business. But I'm sure when you made it in the beginning, there were, well, discussions. So
yeah, there's a change, very what do you say, good change.
Yeah,
in the direction. Yeah, right direction.
So guys, we will be there. It's not a gatekeeper. We will be gate openers and wall breakers. So we will, with open source, we will allow people who like what we like or who need what we already know to break the wall and get there. So Banu might be breaking the wall to get people into C# to show them that it is there, because courses are outdated. Courses, well, certificates they're useful, but that's not how you get a call from a company and telling that, oh, you're top contributor on C#, on ASP net. So you're top contributor there. We want to speak to you. You won't get this call if you just do a course. Well,
yeah,
the chance is low. So, and then Amit is a wall breaker of using open source for help people to connect with Java better, to increase the quality of this connection, genuine quality. And Devish, the master of the clouds, he can use open source to show people that, well, let's use open source to protect versus the bad people. Let's use open source to keep honey where it belongs. Nobody steals it, and so those hackers can finally go and get decent jobs, like hacking the mosquitoes in Africa, for example, so they stop killing people. It's also hacking, but it's still a beautiful one. So yeah, I have a feeling that, guys, well, some of you might stop coding in like 3 years from now because you'll go like, but that's a sacrifice. Bill Gates doesn't code each day, I think, or maybe he doesn't code like for 4 hours, and he might miss it. But well, he has a pledge to the society to create something even more meaningful than a good code. So, and Martina puzzles and well, puzzles, travel, and helping people to meet their destinations by solving puzzles in open source. I don't know yet which project will suit you, but we'll find it out, or you will find it out. So I'm sure you will find out something, and then you'll focus, and it will be a nice journey. We'll learn each other. And guys, I think let's actually create because if this together with open source hashtag is it's so long. So let's actually create something smaller. Together we OS. Is it good enough?
OS in caps.
Okay. We can always change. It's fine. So when you are tweeting, you can use this one. Because together with open source, it's eating characters, and yeah. And I'll be talking soon to this guy. Let me quickly check my Twitter. Well, in the end of August, but he created, I think he's one of the creators of, or maybe the main creator, Marcel Heine. I'm moving this thing back now because I just like it. Respect for privacy. This person is amazing. So he created this stuff. It's open source for equality. Oh, Martina, I know you're well off, but there are so many people who need such a strong role model as you, and actually all of you guys, but especially Martina, because when I travel from, if I travel from Croydon, or if I travel from Tottenham, I live there, or if I travel from East Ham, that's area of London where many people who are originally from India or their parents were. It's an amazing place. But if I travel to the Canary Wharf, which is a banking sector, and if I go to the floor 40, I have a slightly different picture. And actually, as I go on train, I can see how diversity changes, especially if it's about hours when business people go in. So diversity is happening, but there could be so much more. And Martina, we really need you. So obviously, women who quota is also beautiful, and it's not only for women, guys. You all can grow so much if you. That's a group of friends which you haven't met yet. You're already friends with them. You just don't know because, well, helping developers, especially those who are better than us, to get positions, especially those who are bigger than us, then it's amazing, and the impact is huge for the industry and for your salaries as well, guys, in the very good way. So I learned so much from my female colleagues and people from all countries. So, yeah, Martina, you might want to slightly adjust your. Well, you might want to at least investigate this thing, and I'll be having a call with this guy. And sorry, I'm bad for human names. It takes time to remember, but I will get better. I hope. At least I will genuinely try. So Marcel, you're amazing, and I'm sure we'll learn a lot from movements we created, and we'll share. I think they will be our good friends. Okay, questions? Sorry, I've overrun, but it's very hard for me to stop. That's why I'm trying not to do one-to-one mentoring, because it tends to be like, oh. So thoughts, comments, or like you're overhelped or thinking about your morning coffee with a croissant?
Yeah.
Good. Then let's roll the dice. Let me just write the first tweet, and that will be thank you, my amazing friends from together with from POS together open source. So it will go. Was it something about coffee, right? Coffee, cafe. It's cafe, right? Devesh, you have to help me here. It was some kind of.
I changed it just now. Just now you advised, right? Should be
Yeah.
formal and private. So I changed.
Well,
Super fast.
Yeah, because that's actually good advice. I
Yep.
never really thought of it. So that's I created for my company. I'll create it a new handle.
Okay. What's your handle? You have Devesh who, right? That's the rest. That's yours, right?
Yeah.
That's Nishan. I cannot find you. Somebody. I love it. I love that you left this thing here. It's cool. Well, and actually I like the design. I wanted to say that you have to work on the design, but like not wanted because everybody needs, and especially me, but it actually looks very cool. Yeah. So Devesh, who our wizard in the clouds, in the security clouds. So Thakur, oh sorry, Amit, sorry, Thakur is a family name, and if I remember correctly, then there's a thing with family names. I think in India, there's it's more complicated than just a family name. So when people come to UK, it's a new concept. Well, for British people, for many of us. So Thakur, our gates open source. Actually, because they're all open source, I'll just use it here. Source friends, our Java, OpenJDK leader in. If you tweet me your city name, if you chat it somehow, Amit, if you send it to chat,
What's
I
that?
can. Your city name.
Twitter?
Yeah, no, in chat. Can you send me in Zoom chat your city name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
No, city name, your place. Where do you live?
city. Okay.
City. And oh, how do I pronounce it again? Yeah,
It's Hyderabad, India. Yeah.
Nice, I like it. Now, we might need to make it shorter, but I hope not. Martina.
Hello.
That's you. So, Martina. Oh, this is amazing role model. Yeah, no, that's true.
Thank you.
Cool. And puzzle solver. Now, and the last, but not least in any means, because, well, like you don't become somebody who Banu became without helping people a lot. It just doesn't happen. You don't become team leader without being useful to people and without being useful to people a lot beyond the technology. Otherwise, they put you in a cage, you don't speak to anybody, and you just code. However smart you are, because they don't want you to damage people. So, Bano, I don't know what you did to the community, what exactly you did to the community, but thank you for your impact. So I can just see how many nights he spent not sleeping enough because he was helping people. So I know this feeling. So good. So I'll make it long, but then we'll chop it because I want it to be. I don't want it to be India because I want it to be focused. So, well, I want it to be India, but I want it to be focused. No, I don't want to download the news git. Sorry, guys. Our C#. Oh, how do I call path?
Pioneer.
OS path. Fine. Okay, and we'll just put this thing. I wasn't using hearts originally, but like let's make it this heart. It can be green today. Oh, unity. No, we love, just love. That's enough, because like I cannot explain, because I love you guys and sorry, friends. I love your friends and I love what you do, and community does love this stuff, and even if they haven't met you yet, they already love you, and that goes two ways. So, well, let's think, and then that's, I think it's good enough. And then I can do this thing. We can do this. And then we can do this. And then we can do this together with open source, not YouTube, this one. It was an amazing session. So we have not met yet. Can join here. Oh, one thing, just out of like, if it's if Amit is still here, if Amit allows, what we can do? Why not?
You could, yeah.
Oh, is it beautiful enough? I mean, it's beautiful. Or maybe this thing. Why not? For today. So today it will be, no, that's a low quality picture. We want a better quality picture. 1 second. I will basically just want to pick a nice picture which connects to one of us, or maybe more, or maybe source. Oh my God. They might have 0 repositories, but you
That
want.
is inactive, I guess.
But sorry?
It is inactive.
Well, anyway, yeah, I didn't quite get it, but we will get. So yeah, let's just find a good picture and we'll put it there. And oh, this is a quality. And maybe it's a bad idea, maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. I'll just do it. And come on.
You want me to share it? I can share.
No, it's fine. I can copy it. I stock. And we can just put it here, and it doesn't picture us. And then I need to do one more. And then we do this thing again, because the picture, the first picture, is from the amazing city of Hyderabad. Yeah, just to appreciate all the amazing people. And now India is not out of the pit. India is still there. And I think it's Independence Day on. Oh, it was no, it is. Is it 15th? So sorry, Amit, you are on mute. But...
I'm sorry. It's on 15th August.
Yeah, 15th August. So congratulations on the upcoming Independence Day.
Yeah,
have a nice time. Okay, guys. Any comments, or shall we close the call? And India, you rock.
Thank you.
Amazing. You build this world like this.
With only your help. You're helping. Massive respect.
Well, people like us. Well, I cannot put it in words. I don't know languages good enough, even Russian. So anyway,
you may check this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sharing a.
If you just type Hyderabad.
No, can you check the chat box?
Oh, yeah.
You may know him.
Yeah, he's coming to London. He's amazing, and we already set like a chat with him and a chat with his company, and probably I'll be like a non-paid referral for them, because well, they are helping people to do more about. I think it's Kubernetes. I have no idea about Kubernetes. Just a little bit, but yeah, thank you for. And Kunal, what you are doing is amazing. But Kunal, now we have to stop because open source is bigger than us, and then we'll keep talking till we die. And enough talk. Let's do Kung Fu and open source. Okay, see you guys. Peace to all.
Yep.
Live long and prosper. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye everyone.